Hey family, today I'm going to show you how I turn this into this. Let's get right into it. I'm trimming the chicken first because how you prep it really does make a difference in how it turns out. I'm trimming off that thick white tendon in the center of the chicken because absolutely no one wants to be chewing on that. Now that the chicken is nice and clean, just the way I want it, I'm going in with some black pepper, salt, and adobo seasoning. And while seasoning this chicken feels simple today, I know it isn't always like that because there are days when you walk into the kitchen ready to cook, but you can't think of anything to make. It's almost like having multiple streaming services and absolutely nothing to watch. How many of you can relate? You have all of these ingredients and can't think of anything to make with them. It's more than likely because life is lifing. So instead of feeling stressed out, I want you to use that as motivation to create a meal plan. Now here's how I meal plan. I pick a protein, a veggie, and something starchy. Now once I've got that, the ideas just start flowing. And I take those ideas and create a grocery list. Now we have this store called Joe V's Smart Shop, and at least once a month, they'll have a sale on a 10-pound bag of leg quarters or drumsticks for around $4.70. And listen, when that sale hits, I'm stocking up because that means I've got meat in the freezer if money ever gets tight. And if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Now, don't wait until the last minute to try to figure dinner out. Take about 10 minutes once per week. Write down a few meal ideas and grab what you need and prep a couple of things ahead of time. If I know tacos are happening on Taco Tuesday, I'm cooking and seasoning that meat on Sunday. And if burgers are planned on Friday, again, on Sunday, I'll season that ground beef, shape them into patties, and pop them in the freezer. So all I have to do on Friday is cook them. That tiny bit of planning keeps you from stressing yourself out in the kitchen. Now here's where the fun really starts. Seasoning this flour because this is where the flavor comes in. I'm using the same seasonings as before, but I'm also adding garlic powder, onion powder, smoked paprika, and some chili powder. Now I'm not measuring this. I'm just eyeballing it. So as long as I can see pepper flakes and that flour has a reddish tint to it, I know that it's seasoned the way I like it. Now this chicken is going straight into the buttermilk, and I added a tablespoon of flour to the buttermilk. This step is so important because buttermilk helps tenderize that chicken. So if you like chicken that's juicy, this step is for you. And that little bit of flour in the buttermilk is going to help the coating stick better, so you'll have that nice golden crust. Then we're going to place the chicken in the seasoned flour mixture, and we want to coat it really well on both sides. Now don't rush this step. Press that flour into that chicken. You want to make sure all the nooks and crannies are covered in flour. And the cornstarch that's in this flour is going to make this chicken extra crispy. Once everything is coated, we're going to let that chicken rest for a minute. That helps the coating to stay on the chicken so it doesn't slide off as soon as you put it in the oil. So by this time, your oil should be nice and hot unless you are popping these in the air fryer, and that's okay too. Now once they are nice and fried, you want to dip them in that honey chipotle sauce, and that is where the real flavor comes in. Next up is dessert. We're making peach cobbler. Now, I haven't made this in years. My dad has this old recipe book called something like Dump and Go or Dump Cakes, something like that. And that's basically what this recipe is. You dump the ingredients and go. It doesn't get any easier than that. And to be honest, my family has never had peach cobbler, at least not one that I've made, because the last time I've made this, it was before I even had a family. So I know they have not tried any peach cobbler that I've made. But today, they're about to try my version of that classic Southern dessert. And I'm excited to see what they think. Not just Jordan, I want to see everybody's reaction. I can't wait to see what they think about this dessert. I grew up in the South, and peach cobbler was one of those desserts that always paired well with some good old Bluebell vanilla flavored ice cream. When my grandma would make this, She would peel fresh peaches, sprinkle them with sugar, and layer them in a cast iron skillet, roll some dough, and stick it on there. And the smell would fill the whole entire house. That's the kind of tradition that I want to bring back, only in a version that's fast and simple. Now, at this point, I'm going completely off taste. I'm going in with cinnamon, nutmeg, sugar, a pinch of salt, a splash of vanilla extract. One thing that I've learned over the years is don't be afraid to taste as you go. The lemon is going to cut through all of that sweetness, and this slurry that I made with cornstarch is going to thicken up the juice so that the filling isn't runny after it finishes baking. Now I'm pouring the peaches on top of the dumpingo crust, and this will go into the oven at 350 degrees for about 40 to 45 minutes.
Jordan's Reviews. How we doing today? We doing great, amazing, fantastic. Jordan's having a great day. So, you know, whatever time zone it is, I hope it's just, when this video finds you, I hope it's a great, good day. But if it's not a great, good day, I think, let me see if I can put a smile on your face. Oh boy, and I know y'all might notice the little thing here, nothing too major happened. It's just my left hand, my hands, it's out of commission. not too out of commission, but it's just there, so I have to, you know, wear this. Is that stopping me from big backing? Absolutely not. And I'm glad, I'm happy, of course. I don't think anything with the hand should prevent me from eating. So let me actually show y'all what I'm eating today, because I was upstairs and I was smelling it, and it was pretty goddamn good. I didn't know what my mother was making. I just know it smelled good, and I just couldn't wait. And when she called me down for the video, I shot down them steps. I dropped everything. I I came straight downstairs. That's what I did. That is exactly what I did. Let me stop. I'm over here, y'all. I'm yapping. I'm over here yapping. I should probably actually get to the food. So let me show y'all what I got. One hand. 2 hands. Okay. We got, if I can arrange that correctly. Okay, we got some shit. I want you to see that. We got some, is that a spicy chicken?
It is spicy.
Spicy chicken, okay.
The knockoff chilies, honey chipotle chicken crispers, that's what they are. So yeah, spicy chicken.
Y'all heard that? Just some knockoff chipotle, spicy chicken things. Yeah. I hope I'm not gonna burn. Fingers crossed for that one. We got some fries. Oh, I got 4 again. Yeah, got some fries on there and some veggies. Y'all know what I be saying. Eat your veggies, kids. They're good for you. And fruits. Don't skip them. For dessert, what the flip is this?
That is called a peach cobbler. And ice cream and everything is melted now.
Should I still eat it? Melted or not, it is mine for the taking. Big backing, rather. Yeah, it is mine for the big backing, of course. So, y'all know what our lineup is today. We got chicken, broccoli. That's just broccoli in there. There are other things in there. I'm saying mostly broccoli, but it looks a bit of cauliflower, but I'm gonna go with broccoli. I already said. All right, so our lineup: chicken, broccoli, fries. Done alright, dang. Oh, peach cobbler, there you go. So, let me stop, rambling and actually get to the tasting and reviewing. Here I go. It tasted really sweet. I like that. It was saucy, sweet, no bones. My favorite type of chicken. If y'all know one thing about me, I'm not sure if I ever said it in a video, but I prefer my chickens boneless. And that is mighty boneless. Okay. chicken's pretty solid. Now I don't think I need a fork for the fries, but I'm gonna just grab like maybe like 1 or 2 pieces just so I can get a analysis. He got some kick to it. Oh, ooh. Okay, spices, do your thing. Fries pretty good, very delicious. Okay, exactly how I say exactly how I like them. I don't think there's. I used to not like fries. Then I tried my mother's fries. Then I actually ended up liking them. So I guess I assumed the first fries I ever ate was probably just not the right. It wasn't it. So they're flipping good, man. Shoot, no, I skipped over that. I accidentally. Okay, well, y'all. When I do a video, I usually always eat the veggies first. I kind of forgot about that, and I went straight for the chicken. So, just imagine I ate this first, okay? We're going to eat it now, of course, but just, I forgot my algorithm, so, eat your veggies, kids. Eat them. Eat them. They're good for you. In your bones. That was a very big cauliflower looking broccoli. That was, oh my goodness, hang on, I'm missing things. There's some carrots in here, I gotta test that as well. I'm about to say I like it. I love it. I like the chicken, I like the vegetables, I like the fries. The whole plate gets a pass. Now, I'm not sure about y'all, but I'm hungry for dessert. I got my dessert. It's usually the last thing to go, because of course you gotta eat your food first, then get your dessert, and I'm gonna stop talking. I need to eat it. Yes, okay, hang on. You hold that hand, you hold steady. I gotta taste this. I want to get a good portion of peach cobbler cream and, was it pumpkin spice? I'm seeing pumpkin spice. I'm thinking cinnamon. Okay, this is a unique combination of flavor. I'm speechless. There is not a word. There is not a sentence. There is not a compliment that I could say that could encapsulate the beauty that my taste buds witnessed when I ate this peach cobbler. Have I had peach cobbler before? If I have, it sure wasn't this good. Okay. That thing mix matched my taste buds the right way. Yo, mama, the rest of your food got competition. I'm sorry.
Is that your new favorite?
That might even be better than red velvet. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I don't want to do that because I love red velvet, y'all. I really do, but that is it's good. I can't say anything else, but it's good. I'm at a loss for words. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. But wait, I gotta give the numbers. I gotta get, I taste everything, so, not for the part where I review. 100 million out of 10? No. 600 billion! That is what I give it! I need to, hold up. Let me do a spin around for you real quick. 600 billion out of 10. You hear that? Hear that? 600 billion out of 10. That is what I give this. This was already pretty good. Like the chicken, the veggies, the fries. And then the peach cobbler. The peach cobbler. I think my favorite thing out of this entire dish is the peach cobbler. I'm sorry. That's just my new favorite dessert. I gotta try that stuff more often. And that's the review. So viewers, listen. I hope y'all try this recipe. I 10 out of 10 recommend it. Yes. Delicious. Absolutely. I'm I'm feeling hungry. So I'm gonna be, whoa, wait a second. Before I get on out of here, y'all know what to do. I don't gotta say it, man. I don't gotta say it. That's why I like y'all. That's why I like y'all. I don't gotta say it, bro. So, no, all that being said, Big Bang Attack! Oh, I'll most definitely catch y'all in the next one. We got stuff like this on the menu. I'm gonna catch up, man. Y'all, I'm gone. I'm gone. That's the review.
Thanks so much for watching. I hope you all have an amazing day, and we will chit chat in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye.